Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Two philosophers
For sure. Modern day philosophers.
with no fucking background in philosophy whatsoever.
Hey, bullshit, motherfucker. Welcome to Wasted Content. I am Anthropos.
And I am Ozymandias.
And joining us in the Wasted Space, we have two special guests this episode. We have over here to my left, Orgasmatron.
Hey, what's cracking, everybody?
Thanks for joining us on the Wasted Space. We also have over here, across perpendicularly, I would say, like, just to be laterally correct, it'll be southwest,
yes.
Xochipilli.
Thank you. Yes, I'm back. Your friendly sidekick.
Sure. We're going to be enjoying a lineup of Stone brews. So, just a belated birthday to Orgasmatron. This guy just celebrated his birthday over at Escondido Stone. And yeah, no shit, dude, because we haven't been there. We've never been there.
We're not going there until we can record there.
Happy birthday.
Hey, for real, dog.
That'd be another dream.
Yeah.
It'd be another dream.
Yeah, let's record there.
Why the fuck
We're
not?
looking
Let's
at
record
you.
there. Hit us up, Stone.
Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
My boy Orgasmatron hosted a little birthday get together out at Escondido, and what he did for us is he brought back some fucking bombs. So we're gonna be enjoying a full lineup of Stone Brewing beers, and it's just what is Stone doing in 2024 after partial sales and exploring the entire world and dominating the industry. We're gonna see with the first beer of the lineup. This is Stone Zumology IPA, the IPA with Zumo and Mosaic hops. This comes in at a 7.5% ABV. A little read here. We have a monstrously refreshing IPA. Each hop harvest is an opportunity for the mad scientists of the hop industry to introduce their newest experiment. Zumo is a thrilling new hop from the folks at Seagull Ranch, named after a Spanish term for citrus zest. That's what you call zest in Spanish.
Seagull?
El zumo del limón. That's
Sumo wrestler?
yeah, kind of like that. That's kind of how you pronounce it.
Damn.
And that says, its vibrant lime characteristic hooked us immediately. It was time for us to do a little experimentation of our own. We found out that Mosaic hops, when taking a back seat in the recipe for once, truly elevated Zumo's flavor to monstrous levels of refreshing zestiness. Now we're certified Zumologists. So this is Stone flexing as usual. They are introducing a new hop variant to the market. This is their welcome, our new hop variant, Zumo. And all of it sounds really cool. It sounds like a super variant of something that would give you citric notes anyway, and we've already experienced a lot of hop profiles like that, but let's get into this guy right here. Oh, fuck. We didn't do that.
That's good.
That pour looks really good, actually. Once head recedes. Good daddy.
Perfection.
Yes.
There it is.
Yeehaw!
Yeah.
Beer's poured out.
All
It's
right.
looking fucking beautiful. This fucking head is crazy on it.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, man. It's substantial. It's telling you so with that like big rocky head. It has staying power. You know that there's a lot of malt involved in this.
What does
IPA.
stain power mean?
Staying power is like how long that head stays firm.
Oh, I
you know.
You can float
I
a
heard
bottle cap on
stain.
this.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
can
sorry.
float a bottle
Staying
cap
power.
on this.
Yeah.
No,
that was-
staying.
I thought it
power.
was like it was staining something.
Like when you put spaghetti into a Tupperware,
Yeah.
it's gonna be forever stained.
like spaghetti.
I learned just because you just don't clean the Tupperware good enough. Because I did that the other day.
Pretty much. Yeah.
My
I
whole
spent
life.
half an hour on this shit, dog. It ain't going away.
Really? You put bleach too?
Just accept it, dude.
Okay.
Just accept it. It's life now.
Palm olive or Dawn?
Don, fool.
Palm
Palm
olive?
is some weak
What
ass
the fuck is
bullshit.
palm olive?
The one shit
Palm
your mom
olive,
used
wait.
to
Yeah,
watch.
bro.
Spanish,
What the
palm
fuck are you
olive,
talking
yeah.
about? Palm olive.
The green one.
This one.
Palmolive.
Yeah, bro. I know palmolive. I don't know what the fuck palm olive is. That shit sounds like you get it from like fucking essential oils or something.
Yeah, it's also it's not squirt, it's S squirt.
I
It's not Smuckers, it's S Smuckers.
Smookers.
A Sprite.
I only wash my dishes with palm olive.
No, Don food.
Fucking
Done. All right, guys, let's get some smelling notes for the beer.
Smells like palm olive. Or is that just a glass?
Smells
Smells
very fruity.
fucking amazing.
Oh yeah,
Smells fruity. There is definitely like a malt backbone to it,
Mhm.
like coming in secondary, but it's there.
it's a very clean, crisp, citric punch right there, right up front center.
Yeah, it smells super light.
Does
Yeah, it's not gonna be a heavy, dense fucking beer. It's just
it kind of smells like when they do like Mexican lime lagers or some shit.
kind of
It's a little bit like
yeah.
that.
You're getting a little bit of that citrus notes.
There's
Yeah.
a little bit of that. Full
Yeah.
disclosure, I have had this before off tap.
You
So
fucker.
I may be a little bit biased, but I don't think you guys will be disappointed.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Cheers.
The
Cheers.
Zumology. Cheers. Lordy, lordy.
It's a summer beer for sure.
Mm-hmm.
If this was lower ABV, it could definitely be sessionable. It's a little higher. What is it? 7.6? What did you call out? I'm sorry.
It is a 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah.
So not sessionable by like ABV means, but like these go down easy. These
Really?
go down very easy. Refreshing on a hot day for sure.
What do you mean by sessionable? Like how many you can kill?
Like
Yeah.
like if it's a sessionable beer, it's like it's tasty, but it's like 5-ish,
4, yeah.
An hour?
6 tops,
Like 4
percentage-wise.
ABV.
Oh.
There's even some session beers that are like 3, 3.5, 3.7.
Basically, we could just knock these back and just enjoy the fuck out of them like you would like a light beer.
You're just gonna toss them back.
Something you're drinking while you're barbecuing.
Yeah,
Think
you're
of
not too
chilling.
worried about getting too fucked up. You're just gonna have them back to back.
I'm gonna drink a few this afternoon. You know,
There you go.
that's kind of it.
Barbecuing. I'm glad you brought that up.
100%,
It's
yeah.
so easy to go through beers when you're just fucking out there barbecuing.
The difference with this one is we're not working with something at that percentage, but it's giving you that vibe. It's giving you that like crisp, light, quick, refreshing feel, where it can lull you into a sense of security, where you might be able to think that you can probably kill a 6-pack in the afternoon, but if you do that with a 7.5, you're probably gonna be the drunk uncle at the fucking barbecue.
I
You know,
already am, sir, and I am here for that part of my life.
I'm here for it.
I'm here for it.
I've had a few Chardonnays. What of it?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, sir, Mr. Hurley.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
yes.
Just really clean, crisp, refreshing, dude.
I'm getting that too.
This is ridiculous. I want to see this without that hot bite at the end. I think without that bite, it'd be a lot more sessionable. But I am enjoying the hoppiness
It's a
here.
refreshing ale.
It's adding this like weird adjunct to this malty beer that you usually don't see in something this sweet, light, and crisp.
It's sneaky, man.
Yeah.
It really is. Like someone new to the craft beer game, someone who's used to having 5 to 6%, you definitely want to warn them before they just start knocking back a couple of these. And they may get beyond their comfort level. They may get beyond their comfort level for sure.
Fellas, I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's because my sinuses are clogged or something, but I'm not getting much taste here.
Oh shit. Okay.
I feel like I want to taste what you guys are tasting, and it texture wise it feels crisp, smooth, light, very enjoyable, but I'm really struggling here and I don't know what's wrong. I think I might be sick.
What are you tasting, if you don't mind me asking? Like even
I'm
if
getting
you
that
get one
big
note.
I'm just hops. The big
Okay.
hops bite at the end.
Yeah.
And
So- Yeah.
I keep trying to find that lime, that citrusy, but I can't find it. And I don't know if it's because maybe we had the old fashioned beforehand that ruined my taste buds.
Well, that might have burnt your taste buds for sure.
We were
That could
drinking
be
the
it.
whiskey before.
We
A little
were.
bit it's on the back end for me. A little
Yeah?
bit. Yeah.
Yeah, that citrus isn't like this prominent citrus flavor. It's not going to be a lemonade here.
Yeah.
It's just like this light, really like aromatic citrus.
Yeah. It gives me the impression of like grabbing a leaf off of a citrus tree and then like expressing the oil from it, like
Mm.
just crushing it.
You've done
Like,
this?
you
Oh
might-
fuck yeah, dude!
I
Of
I
course,
had, I had
of
a
course.
lemon tree in my backyard. I know what those trees smell like, and it kind of gives that a little bit, like not necessarily like a lemon, but like there's a bit of citrus character to it.
Like I think they nailed it, dude. I think it does really give a green lime kind of vibe to the citrus profile that's expressed here.
It's really there underlining the sweetness of the beer, or like that malty roastiness that's coming through.
Damn, I'm enjoying the beer, and thank you so much for bringing this beer.
It's easy, it's light. I think that's like the point of it.
Yeah. I just love being
Palatable for anybody.
in an era where like arguably I would say arguably and I do want to discuss this a little bit later on in the episode, but I really enjoy stumbling onto this kind of stuff in a period where arguably the craft beer and the microbrewery sensation and craze, excuse me, has come to like a homeostasis as well.
Mm.
You know, I really feel like we've been I don't know, craft beer enthusiasts, craft beer geeks, craft beer nerds, craft beer, enjoyers for long enough to see things reach an equilibrium. We've seen a very cool transition and progress throughout the experimentation, and then to like be this far into craft brewing and have, hey guys, we just released a new hop. We just dropped the new hop. I think is wild to me. And I love seeing that we're still being innovative. We're still being creative. There's still that race to be the first, plant your flag with something. And wouldn't you know it, it's fucking Stone doing it, So I have a rating for this. I want to hear what you got. Orgasmo.
For the Zumology IPA, I'll give it an 8.5. It's friendly in the sense that you may likely introduce somebody who's somewhat new to the craft beer scene. You might introduce somebody to this. You can also introduce this to a veteran, and I think you have minds blown either way. Someone who's new to craft beer, they'll like the accessibility of it. They'll like that slightly more boozy. To a veteran, you might like that it's just, hey, this is the type of hop I haven't tasted. This is light body, but yet it feels hearty and refreshing all at the same time. It's not necessarily sessionable, but if you want to knock them back that way, you can. So I think this is, if you will, a little bit of a crowd pleaser.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
This is a crowd pleaser. You can blow people's minds who are new to craft beer. You can blow people's minds who are somewhat new, who think Stone maybe have sold out, and in a sense they did. They're no longer technically an independent craft brewery, but they still have the experimentation of a craft brewery, and I think this is a great middle ground for them, and I applaud them in that sense.
8.5?
8.5.
8.5.
So
Chipili, what you got, man?
So I just took a shot of whiskey to rinse out my mouth, and
This fucking guy.
as a little palate cleanser. And I finish off the beer. Yeah, no, I need
It's
it.
there?
It's there. It's there. It's there. It tastes a lot better. I got the sweetness in the beer. I got all that stuff I was missing. I think we should do that between every beer. We all take a shot.
That's a great palate cleanser. I am 100% for that. I'm
Great
here for
idea,
it.
dude.
I feel like my teeth got whiter. But I'll give this one. It's very enjoyable, very fresh, very light. I give it an 8. I give it an 8. I think the only reason it's not a 10 is because maybe I wanted a little bit more citrus from it.
I concur.
Yeah, that's the only thing. But other than that, really good.
It's there.
Very
It's
yummy.
it's not front and center like I would like it to be. That's
Yeah.
a personal preference for me.
Yeah. I love the can. Beautiful imagery. Looks like a little shop of horse.
Yeah, kind of does.
Great call out.
Mm.
All right.
Yes.
8.
Yeah. Beer me
Ozymandias.
Seymour.
Dude, they haven't done that yet.
Why haven't we done that yet? We've referenced that so fucking much.
Beer me Seymour.
It's because you guys aren't as fucking
We
smart
literally
as me.
have an episode called "Feed Me Seymour,"
Yeah, we do. Absolutely, we do.
and it's not "Beer Me Seymour."
You can always go back and change it.
Well, too late.
Osmandius, what you got, man?
I think this is a great beer. I can't rate this too high because I feel like you're experiencing two beers at once instead of just one cohesive beer.
I'm sorry. What was your rating?
I haven't rated it yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Sorry.
Checking.
I was mad already, dude.
I thought there's something, dude.
I brought you free beer.
That's me being fucked up. Excuse me, and I'm sorry. Angel actually brought this beer. It wasn't I that brought this.
Yeah.
Sub 8, I'm fucking flipping the table.
Chess, not checkers.
So I want to rate this high, but
Rate it sober then.
I want to rate this higher.
There you go.
But I feel like I'm enjoying this because we've experienced a lot of beers. I don't think this is a very big crowd pleaser. God, my Mexican accent is coming out. It's not a very good.
Crowd pleaser.
Crowd, please.
It's not a very good crowd pleaser.
Si, señor.
I think you need to be a big fan of craft beer to enjoy the intricacy of what's going on here.
I respect
For
that.
sure.
There's
sure.
a lot of malts, a lot of sweetness. It's light, crisp, refreshing, and then you get that hop bite. Incredible what they've done, but I don't think it's palatable to everybody. So because of that, I can't rate this too high. It's going to be a 7.5 for me. I do want to see a better balance, a better transition from the malty sweetness into that hop profile.
I'm gonna go ahead and rate this a 9 out the gate. Now we did before the old fashions. We did also enjoy Pliny the Elder, which I would argue gave us a baseline of the expectation through time, through the time of. Thank you, sir. An expectation through the time of craft beer. We just enjoyed a beer that established boundaries, established precedent in so many different ways, in flavor, in exclusivity, in hype, and whatever.
It carries a lot of weight with the name.
And
the
I
Elder.
think a beer like this, I think it's just like matching the energy of something that is very exclusive. I'm gonna agree with you in saying that you should be well versed with craft beer to properly enjoy something as intricate as this. I also can say that if it's something that you're just approaching, it's not something that's going to turn you away. It's something that might attract you. The flavor profiles are that prominent and distinct that it's probably going to give you an experience of, oh shit, I actually do know what the fuck they're talking about when they say this is specifically lime. You know, there's a lot of beers that give you that kind of connection with the tasting aspect of this, and I think this qualifies. I think this is something that gives you an experience of, I know what the fuck you're talking about now, and that gives me a 9 for this beer. You know, something new, something innovative.
It is that.
yeah.
It is new. It is innovative. Having their own fucking hop is fucking crazy.
Our new hop bought from a farmer that just recently.
Bro, just fucking dropping
Crop.
fire out of
Yeah.
the lab, dog.
So what,
It's,
new,
it's,
new
it's
kid
a
on the
great
block?
hop.
Hmm?
It's
New kid on the block? New farmer on the block?
Yeah, new
Kind
hop on the block.
Yeah.
Is that Mosaic?
It's
No.
it's the Zumo.
it's Zumo.
Oh, the Zoom.
yeah.
Think about kind of, for lack of better comparison, when cuties dropped their tangerines that were, like fucking easy to peel, no seeds. They're great for kids. It's a new type of citrus fruit.
These beers are great for kids.
I sound like I was 14.
Kinda
so
like
I
that.
Am not the, I
Yeah,
am not
dude,
the one
that's
to
a great analogy.
consult.
Sorry, that's what I got.
this. It's accessible.
It's
It's accessible
I
to
will
children.
leave it at that. Mike Slicker,
All right.
formerly known as Mike Slicker. Now known as
It's still Mike
fucking
Slicker.
craft beer, fucking Plaza Market.
It's gonna be an 8.5 over here from Orgasmatron, an 8 for Xochipilli, a 7.5 over at
Yeah.
Osmandius, and a 9 for me. Good work, Stone. We're gonna move on to
A
the
bit
first.
controversial, but we like that.
Yeah, for sure. Why
moving
not?
on.
Why not? Everybody had a different fucking rating
Oh
for it.
yeah, and I love that.
Moving
that.
to the first topic of today's episode, I would love to talk about that homeostasis that I mentioned during the review. We've seen this go into like a craze where there was like innovation like a motherfucker. There was a microbrewery on every fucking corner, and you couldn't fucking throw a rock without hitting a fucking new brewery on the fucking western coast of California. We've seen that happen. We've also seen it kind of take a really big step back ever since the pandemic, you know, like restaurants and brewing companies. And there was a lot of industries that were really hurt by that. And I feel like if you survived that and you're like rolling today, right now, as of 2024, then like you're good. You're serving either like multi fucking like multi-district, multi-state distribution, or you are a reputable microbrewing company that is local and a great fucking watering hole.
R.I.P. Wild Barrel. That's one of the
Legit,
breweries I
legit.
wanted to fucking visit. They're Temecula. I never got a chance to visit them. R.I.P. to Wild Barrel because I had some of the greatest fucking sours I've ever had from Wild Barrel.
Yeah.
And last time I was here with fucking Ozzy, they provided us with some bomb IPA from Wild Barrel.
No shit.
That it was great. I know that there were no for sours, dude, but it was great shit, man.
Yeah,
Like,
so
that's one of those. That was one of my destinations. It was Wild Barrel.
yeah, so
I didn't make it out there.
we got
R.I.P.
we were at
Wild Barrel.
Bevmo, and a friend that was with us, Gargantuan, goes, "Dude, I'm craving a sour." I'm like, "Dude, let's look for a good sour." And I came across a label that said Wild Bear. I didn't even look at the beer. I'm like, there it is. Pick it up.
Oh shit! And you
Yeah.
ended up getting
We got IPAs.
it was like a hazy
At the
IPA.
time,
or
we
Hazy
ran on
IPA.
Wild Barrel being anything sour, because that's all that they did.
yeah.
Legit, yeah.
They distributed.
I wasn't even close. I just saw the Wild Bear from a distance. I was like, that one's it. Grab that sour.
I mean, that tells
Pick
you
it
the
up.
confidence that you have in that in that brand.
They had
Yeah.
that moniker,
Also-
dude, where whatever they featured on their beer, they had it on the label. Like, just
I don't think
like,
we had the pleasure of even getting Xochipilli in on that.
No.
No,
Yeah.
I feel like I
Le-
lost something.
You did.
I
It
missed
was
out on
like
something, huh?
industry
some
standard
of the
sours.
best sour beers came from Wild Barrel.
You remember
They
the
were,
fucking first one that we
an
had
hour
on
and
the
a half
podcast,
down in
dog?
Yeah.
Temecula.
God damn, bro.
Like a boys-
I never got
Boysenberry.
to visit them. Yes.
Some fucking
Fucking
crazy
dragon
shit like
fruit,
that.
fucking
Yeah,
prickly pear natunas.
some shit like
Yeah.
that, bro.
They were experimenting with different fruits, dude. Like,
And-
they were great.
And what they did that separated them from like all of these other sour companies
Yeah.
was that there was enough of a malt presence and enough of a sweetness to help you carry all of those flavors forward and make it an enjoyable experience, a very approachable experience. Anyhow, we've lost things like this. And I would say, you know, again, you're either doing distribution on a fucking massive scale or you are a reputable local microbrewing company. So I just recently visited a microbrew out in Upland, which is in my hometown. I've been living there for a long time. I've been aware of that brewing company for a long time. Hadn't gone. And I go and I ask for a recommendation. There's a hazy on the board and there's a West Coast on the board. And I'm like, sure. If you're going to be a brewing company that's worth a fuck, you have to do at least one of those two
What?
at
one
a
of
fucking,
each, at least.
at the very least, at a fucking, you know, you have to have some kind of fucking, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, it has to be done in a way where it shows that you're competent, you know? And I said,
Know what the fuck you're brewing.
and I said,
Like a variety? Is that what you're looking for the word?
I'm looking for you to
Yes.
like say this is this type of beer and then execute it.
Think about
That's what it
in,
is.
in a profession. Think about having a well-versed professional.
It's not about variety. It's not about, oh, put a sour and a stout and a lager and an IPA.
Mm.
It's how well can you do that? How
His
well can
ability
you
to
do
walk the walk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the most
Yeah.
requested beers at the time. You got your fucking you got your fingers on the pulse. You know what the
Pretty
fuck's
much,
up.
you have the fingers on the pulse. So I saw a West Coast IPA and a hazy IPA on the bill, and I said, which of those two would you recommend? The bartender says it depends on how hoppy you like your beers or you want your beer right now. And I said, you know what? Right now, I would like for the hop profile to be toned back. And she said, the West Coast IPA is the one for you.
She didn't know what the fuck she was talking about.
And that's what I thought. I thought, you have no fucking idea, obviously, what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I'll take your recommendation. And I sat there with my West Coast IPA and drank a clean, crisp, lightly pined, lightly citrused, lightly bitter IPA at 7 point something percent.
Excuse me. How long have you guys been doing this, like officially, as wasted content? And you guys have had your pulse on the market with hazy IPAs.
I
So
mean,
you know what the fuck's up as far as it comes to like industry trends.
4 years?
Officially, yeah.
Officially 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember in 2019, you guys were getting your pilot episodes up.
For sure.
Let's just say 2020. Let's say 2020.
Let's say 5. Let's say close to 5 years.
Yeah, 4 to 5 years, right?
So
you guys have had your pulse on the fucking industry.
that's exactly what I thought. I said this person doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. Because if I ask something for a hop profile that's toned back, it's obviously going to be something that's hazy and juicy and all this. No, dude, the West Coast IPA that I got in the brewing company, just to shout them out real quick, Pro 5 Brewing Company in Upland, California.
Never heard of them.
Never heard of them.
Excuse me.
And you
I've
know
seen
what?
Hamilton Brewing and King's Brewing Company in taps
In stores,
across theaters,
on shelves,
theaters,
for sure,
movie
for
theaters,
sure.
and fucking tap rooms.
So these guys are like flying under the radar
Yes.
and providing one of the best West Coast IPAs that I've had in a long time, genuinely. And I sat there and I was like, I think maybe this person gave me the right choice because maybe hop, the way that we understand hop profiles in beers has shifted because we're OGs, dude. So the way that I perceive a hoppy or a hop forward beer is in my mind ingrained as a bitter beer. But I'm sitting there wondering, give me a hoppy beer, has that changed? Has it become a stone fruit presence? Has it become this like super juicy, super stone fruity fucking
Did we not
forward?
bring with Pliny the Elder?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
And thank you for that.
Yeah.
Sir. That was my first experience personally.
Yes.
Pliny the Elder.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That was great. That was a great West Coast IPA.
But yeah, like that made me question that. It made me question it. And don't get me wrong, it's not knocking the beer I had. The beer I had was a phenomenal West Coast IPA. And I mean that. A phenomenal West Coast IPA. And
you ever have a bad West Coast IPA? I feel like we always really enjoy the beers we drink here and the ones we talk about. What's like your example of a shitty fucking West Coast?
Damn,
IPA?
dude, I really hate to do this, but if I'm gonna do it,
Yeah, do it.
it's just my opinion.
We always give positive ratings on the
No
show.
shit, man, you're a dick for doing this, but I think that it comes to like the terms of like a Green Flash Brewing Company from San Diego, where like you think
that's where it originated. The West
it
Coast
did.
IPA style.
That's the fucking cradle.
Yes,
of the West Coast IPA.
style.
And all of these brewing companies started to brew beers and then they started to riff.
So it's not Green Flash, it's specifically San Diego.
Oh, San Diego?
That
Yeah.
region. Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
No, it was, to me personally, that's one example because it's an example of, oh, I get it. You guys want to be slapped in the actual fucking face with hops. Stone is a little guilty of this, in my opinion, with their arrogant bastard. That variation of a beer is something that if you're not prepared for it and you haven't experienced it, is offensive. And I would say something along those lines because
it's heavy.
It kind of like took the idea of it and then it went to an extreme. That's what I would say.
to a point where on the label will tell you that you're not worthy. You're likely gonna like. You will likely not like this beer.
For sure.
They will tell you straight up. You will likely not like this beer.
Seems like a marketing tactic.
It's like too edgy for you.
Yeah, like oh, it's
That's kind of like the shit that I feel like
If you know what the
ruins
fuck's up, this
that.
ain't the beer for you.
Someone's trying to show you some crazy ass like fucking like music.
And
Sure.
I'll
Like,
be honest
oh,
with
this
you,
might be a little too experimental for you. I don't
Yeah.
think you're gonna enjoy it. And then
Right.
you're like, no, I like it. And there's like a fucking baby crying in the background. Oh, I love that.
The first time I had Arrogant Bastard,
Perfect.
After I had Arrogant Bastard for the first time and it started getting
Perfect.
warm,
You ever hear the sounds of animals fighting? That shit's
I like that.
I like the
It's like-
sounds of animals
it's like-
fighting. What
it's
the
like
I
fuck?
poured
that.
motherfucker
It's
down
like
the
that.
drain.
it's like
It's
that.
like, oh wow,
I am the
yeah.
swan.
Isn't that fucking amazing? And you're like,
Sometimes it's
sure.
The sounds of animal fighting is amazing. Fuck both of you.
no,
I'm
they
not saying
are.
they're not bad.
Again,
I'm cool.
nature
I'm
is
cool.
metal.
I'm edgy enough.
I'm cool.
I can enjoy it too.
It's weird for the sake of being weird.
And you have to enjoy it through that perspective.
It's more like jazz.
Yes, this is geeky.
What are you talking about? All right,
It's the
field
note-
trip. We're
it's
going to
the
a jazz
notes.
bar right now.
It's the notes are not plain that
Oh,
you're
shit.
missing.
Of course. Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's got the same vibe to it.
Bro, the sounds
But-
of animals fighting, bro. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
dude. Anyway, all that to say, I just like find it like very interesting to be in like involved in like the craft beer community, and then kind of seeing like a paradigm shift
I don't
to where,
I don't think there's a shift. I think what's going on.
You just said "fuck you" to everything you've been talking about for
Yeah,
the
for
last
sure.
15 minutes.
yeah.
No.
and then he's
You're
gonna,
wrong.
and then he's gonna,
He's
you
gonna-
know,
I'm gonna defend my
Shit all
believies
over
here.
Of course.
Let me defend myself before you talk shit.
Okay.
I don't think there's a shift. Well, there's definitely a shift, but I don't think it's a shift for good. I think
Oh, okay.
with the
That's a
closing
hot
of
take.
It's for evil.
with the closing of like Wild Barrow and like all these great microbreweries that we've seen being shut down after the pandemic, what we have seen shut down are great breweries, people who are experimental and are doing their own fucking unique style, that's not catered to the general public. The ones that
Sure.
are surviving are doing these muted down IPAs.
Sure.
There's fucking I forget what it's called, that brewery you just visited,
Pro 5.
Pro 5. There's that. There's Ogopogo in San Gabriel that does completely mediocre beer, and that place is
Damn,
thriving.
dude. You know,
No
There's
way.
I would, yeah, I think that's like a really harsh kind of like review for them too,
it's
because
mediocre. It's fine.
I
It's
think
fine.
Ogopogo did a lot of cool experimental shit, but I think the shit that's available on the shelf in like mass
fine.
distribution
It's fine
is,
beer. It's
is okay.
100%
So
mediocre.
I think
It's
that- yeah.
made to placate to the general public,
Sure.
to the fucking casual craft beer drinker that's gonna show up to the fucking brewery with their fucking kid and their wife and their fucking cousins that are visiting from fucking whatever fuck place they fucking live from.
Exactly that.
And they're like, let's go out tonight. And then, we're going to enjoy some craft beer, but it's just completely
Check out this Mexican
muted-
lager.
muted down, fucking
Oh,
watered down
yeah.
shit. That's just
Let's have a
going to.
fucking michelada there for fucking $2 or more. You know.
I just think there is a big boom in craft beer that we got to see and ride through.
Yeah.
And now it did become a little bit homogenized,
Yeah.
where everybody was doing the same styles. You can walk into any brewery at one point and you'd find a lager, you'd find an IPA, you'd find hazy IPA, and standard at every brewery because everybody was doing the same thing.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I'm gonna cut in real quick. You know who's great at that? King's Brewing Company. You guys have fucking recorded there. They're great at having
Yes, we
fucking
have.
everything. They have fucking lagers, they have pilsners, they have hazy IPAs, they have West Coast IPAs, they have stouts, they have porters, they have fucking like rosés. These motherfuckers cater to everybody. They have like 30 to 40 fucking beers at any given time.
Those
Legit.
days are gnarly.
the Kings does two things. They cater to everybody and then they do this like wild ass fucking shit.
Yes.
100%.
So they have something for the casuals and then something for the fucking deep fucking craft beer nerds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then just some like weird experimental shit that only they're doing.
Sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, sir.
which explains why they've been around for so
the
long.
things
And they're
that
still
they're-
fucking thriving.
The things that they're submitting to the Great American Beer Festival and then like getting medals for on the low, then they're not really telling anybody about it, but then they'll put like a couple of bottles of it on the shelf as
Yes,
you come
sir.
to order your beer. And
Yes,
if you
sir.
happen to see it and you happen to order it, then you happen to fucking enjoy that. They're doing a lot of that shit too, and that's very respectable, dude.
It is.
It is
100%.
Yeah.
Kings
sure.
is 1 out of 100. That's
Sure.
doing something phenomenal.
Yeah.
But also placating to the fucking casuals.
For sure.
But I think everybody else that was experimental, it wasn't like really placating to the regular crowd, did go out of business because they didn't have money.
Legit.
And it happens with
they were
every
doing-
fucking art form.
They were like doing like super esoteric shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Shit that we'd be able to like fucking nerd out about super here.
Dude, I mean, we can
Is-
list off a couple breweries that shut down.
For sure. I mean,
Five Threads was fucking amazing. They're doing
Dude, that's a
amazing
fucking
things with
bitch.
stouts.
that's a bitch.
Amazing things with stouts.
Yeah.
And they're gone.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
fucking bitch.
So I think what's going on with craft beer, it is a shift. It is a paradigm shift, but I think it's going in the wrong direction.
The consensus I've heard is that they're losing a lot of market share to seltzers and
Yeah.
pre-made cocktails.
Yeah, that's what
And
it is.
They have a
Yeah.
lot of heavy competition from those two types of beverages alone.
And
I just think they overextended because they saw a boom and everybody overreached.
Yes, sir.
I mean, dude, like it's a seltzer, and you're like also no longer like a brewing company that's like worth a fuck if you don't have seltzers on the shelf also
Yeah.
available.
Yeah,
Honestly,
that's
you
a
gotta stay in
thing.
business. So, like, say for example,
I just
you're a fan of IPAs, you're a fan of fucking multi beers, you're a fan of all that shit, like the fucking obscure shit. It takes someone who's like used to seltzers only, or used to fucking like pre-made cocktails. Like there has to be a compromise somewhere.
that's part of like placating to the general fucking public,
Correct.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh, we need a seltzer because that's what everybody is drinking.
The
Yeah,
current
pretty
taste
much.
exactly that.
And you have fucking Constellation Brewing, which, by the way, we're still for sale.
Legit, I think we've
Um,
knocked off like 20K off of the price at this
Yeah.
point.
Oh.
So we're like for sale for like what's 20K off of the
Was it a million?
like it was a
something?
million. Yeah, so
Was it a
like
million? Yeah.
980,000.
That's a fucking deal.
Yeah,
That is
for
still
sure.
a
Because
deal,
now
yes.
we knocked off 20K, but we have another guy on in the mix.
Come on, what are we doing
Um,
here? Are we dicking around or what the
We will
fuck?
drink all your seltzers.
We got you.
Um,
We'll
I
feature
said-
them
You're right
exclusively.
though. I think even
The full ass lineup.
once like I think breweries cater to someone from the age of 23 to like 40 to maybe
Yeah.
a little older.
Yeah, dude.
And around that age
Yeah.
range, I feel like, and maybe this is like me being, I don't want to come off as sexist, but I do sometimes feel like craft beers and like really interesting like beers like we're having today aren't sometimes catered to women because they might have a more delicate palate.
Correct.
So women do kind of like sway towards like White Claws, Trulies. So when I go to a brewery, I really enjoy that I could get like an Imperial Stout, and she's gonna have herself a seltzer,
Hey,
That
there you
part
go.
right there.
Yeah.
and then she gets hers, and I get mine.
Hey.
And like if of course
Right on the
seltzers
money.
have taken away, from that, like there's a big competition with seltzers for sure. I feel like okay, we just came back from a piss break.
An extended one, if I may add.
and just to continue sucking their dick, we got some Wild Bear IPAs. Not part of the lineup, but
Hey.
Worthy of being mentioned for sure.
honorable mention.
Honorable
tonight.
mention.
Spencer,
Watch
I spilled
Mojo's
some.
10 best singers. Before we get to number 10, we're going to mention, before we get to number 1, we're going to mention some honorable mentions. You guys ever seen those videos?
Yeah.
Before I pull this whole fucker, how many do we have? 3?
Hmm?
3?
3 what?
How
We have
many of
4.
these do we have? Oh, we have.
Yeah, we have 4.
So
we
Japanese
have one
guys
for.
on.
Yeah, we have one for each
Because I see
other.
Voodoo Ranger's hand. I'm kind of.
Sorry, so he gave it to me first before he discovered these, and I cracked it open, and the Juice Force is pretty tasty.
That's my go-to.
That thing
Yeah,
is
they're-
amazing.
That's my go-to where I can find it anywhere.
The Juice Force, we should do a Voodoo Ranger lineup just for the shit of it and put on skull mask on.
We'll do it, dude. We'll do it.
We
Here's-
paint our faces with skulls.
So here's the thing that keeps me from doing that already
What?
It's a 7-Eleven beer. Like it's become a 7-Eleven beer.
You can find that shit anywhere.
You could find it anywhere, and
It's great.
also
It gets the job done.
yeah, it gets the job done in terms of it is not craft beer. It is like mass produced. I'm gonna punch you in your fucking mouth because you won't shut the fuck up about how much you want to be cool about IPAs or something.
In their defense,
If this became
Stone is
mass-produced, would it
technically
no
no
longer be
longer
a
craft
craft
beer
beer?
either.
If this particular beer was mass produced, is it no longer a craft beer?
It's more about like the
By definition.
It's more about the integrity of the of the brewing of the beer. This is now something that is being blended with like malt liquor.
Malt liquor.
Yeah. Juice
It's a
Force.
government warning.
Juice Forces are like now things that are just like a malt liquor blend with like natural flavors added or some shit.
Think of
And-
it kind of like, say, Steel Reserve 211. The high ABV's there, but it's mass produced.
It's no
Great.
longer like
Don't get me wrong. I will enjoy the fuck out of those.
oh, for sure. Yeah, they taste amazing. They're good. They get you fucked up. But it's no longer an importance and an attention and a focus in the crafting of the ingredients. It is now, I'm just going to fucking punch you in the face with a big batch of like malt brew and artificial and natural flavors. I'm going to put it in a can. You're going to love it.
And enough hops to keep you happy.
Okay, I was just wondering
Yeah.
because like
It's delicious.
It's a
It
great
is.
staple, dude. I'm not
It
gonna knock it. It's my
fucking
go-to.
I think it's.
Tastes amazing.
I think what New Belgium has done, everybody's following suit. Just something for the masses.
There's a lot. There's a lot of that. Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
blame them?
and
Absolutely not.
And also, this is like something that we're also very aware of is Kirin Ichiban. It is it's Kirin Ichiban that owns this and is producing this.
Great market.
But I
great
mean,
marketing
you were
on
just
their
giving
end, though.
kudos to Stone
Yeah, but it's
for
not
their
the
new
same.
fucking hop that they just fucking
It's not the same
introduced.
because
Stone is still more experimental.
and it's also partial ownership. It is not like they didn't do the whole excuse me, full
Just
sell
fart
off.
through your mouth.
They didn't do the full sell off. They only sold a portion of it, and they didn't sell a portion greater than they would have like as a minority shareholder. They did it in a way that was like still they were able to hold integrity of the company.
Think of it like Shark Tank, where you sell a portion of your company in order to produce more and sell more, but you still want to have some control over it.
And honestly,
Did they find Snowflake?
Why minimal?
the fuck is that? Sorry.
Ace Ventura reference. He was looking for Snowflake in the Shark Tank.
Snowflake. The
Nice. No,
Dolphin.
Snowflake
The
is the
dolphin.
dolphin. It's
Yeah.
from Pet Detective. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He was in the Shark Tank. He thought it was Snowflake.
Mm.
Yeah, I see it now.
Yeah.
But I mean, like,
In Strom the Sponda card. Right? Something like that? Yeah, I mean that's why we haven't done that.
okay.
The thing that we've hung our hat on the project has been in support of craft beer, independent craft brewing specifically. We have had run-ins with lineups where we either go into them where they're things that we know are no longer independent. There have also been lineups where we're in the middle of the fucking lineup and we realize or look up and we discover
Because
that
Dragon's
they're-
Milk is a beer we've done before, and you could get that at any grocery store practically.
Winco mostly, yeah.
I got that at
correct.
Albertsons the other day.
correct.
Like, it wasn't an issue.
Correct.
And it's
Yes.
super tasty.
Yeah.
So it's not the question about availability.
Accessibility,
Yeah, it's
the method of production.
right.
Okay, 'cause that's just my big thing, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, wouldn't you want your favorite craft brew to be mass produced and shared to the masses and their success to be great?
Bro.
Yes and no.
Yeah, but there's
usually
there's a
shortcuts
point
that
of
go
diminishing
into that.
returns.
Correct.
I guess.
There's a point where this larger entity comes in and is very focused on,
We're
you
super
know,
purists here.
I'm
And,
just, what I'm just trying to say is that like
though. This juice monster still has that independent craft label on it, and it smells fucking neck. I'm just gonna drink it.
yeah, of course. Look at that. Yeah, absolutely, we still got it. You know, it's right there. Obviously, this is now defunct, but proudly to the grave, right
They
there,
prefer to
To the
fucking burn
fucking
out than to
grave.
fade away.
right there.
for
Um,
burn out and the fade away. That's
yeah.
good.
Legit, dude. You know, we have experience. I think it like really all ties into like that homogenization of the craft beer industry. We have
that sounds familiar.
experienced that.
I just feel like the perspective I'm coming from, maybe because I'm focusing too much on the accessibility
familiar?
part. When you said the 7-Eleven beer thing,
Yeah.
I was thinking like, fuck, what was I thinking about? Sorry, I just want to hear myself fucking talk.
Apparently, yeah.
Well.
Apparently.
I had a thought, I fucking lost it.
So jokingly, we call this a 7-Eleven beer, right? It again, it has nothing to do with the accessibility of it.
I remember what I was gonna say now.
Go ahead.
The same perspective that you threw out, I kind of look at it when someone gatekeeps a band or
Mhm.
something.
Sure, absolutely, yeah.
Is the craft beer world like that, where you gatekeep a beer? You're like, oh, don't tell some of this, or you want them to like grow?
No, like the whole purpose of this project is to promote
Legit.
the independent beer.
Have you
companies.
tried something different than fucking Bud Light or Michelob Ultra
Yeah.
or fucking?
We're not trying to
Corona,
gatekeep, but
Pacifico?
we're being super exclusive of what comes through here.
So we want the beers to get as big as they can until the point where
Yeah.
the product itself diminishes.
We
We
just
just
want
want them
to-
to just grow as much as they can while
Without-
they keep their integrity intact.
right.
I think we just want you to try something different.
I'm just saying as
I think
Rate
both,
it-
both,
yeah, rate it
both
yourself.
of those
not,
statements.
not as a podcast, just as like as a fanatic of craft beers.
But there's also Goose Island.
Oh,
That-
yeah.
That's been owned by fucking Anheuser-Busch for fucking ages, man.
You know,
2014, dude.
and
10
we
years.
saw
Yeah.
like distinct change from independence to Anheuser-Busch,
To conglomerate owned.
but they're still doing phenomenal stuff.
Yes.
Now,
So
we'll
we
say the
do
same about
appreciate-
Stone is that they've
yeah.
been owned by a conglomerate for 2+ years, but they're still experimenting. Their brewmasters are still experimenting with new shit, just like the Zumology, just like some of the shit that I've had. Is that, yes, they may be owned by a fucking corporation, but they still have experimentation.
No label.
I am gonna
Yeah.
I am gonna
Experimentation.
admit
It's part of the name of the game.
I am gonna admit that it kind of like hurts.
It stings.
It really does.
Lagunitas
Like,
was one of my
it
favorite
hurts,
breweries,
dog. It was
along with
like
Stone. And
Stone
both
Stone
of
was,
those
Stone was
stung
like the
quite a bit.
pinnacle of the independent craft
We
brewery
were thinking that they would never
label.
fucking sell out.
I do feel like with Lagunitas at one
But-
point, like I used to drink them a lot.
Yeah.
And there was a point where I was like, something tastes different, and I just never bought them again.
Yeah,
I do feel that. Like there was a point in my life
that happened.
that I can't pinpoint it, but I do remember like a point in my life where I was just like, something's not the same, and they changed. They messed with my Coke, and I switched to Pepsi.
You know who it
Yeah.
happened to most fucking blatantly?
Who?
In the fucking height of fucking like IPAs?
Who?
Ballast Point.
Yep.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
dude.
Yes,
100%.
sir.
Scopin was fucking blowing up everywhere.
Dude,
Yeah.
I remember I had my first
It was
habanero Sculpin
fucking
with this
phenomenal.
motherfucker here, dude. This motherfucker, he's like, hey, I went over to this place. He's like, hey, you want a habanero Sculpin? Yeah, dude, let me get one. Dude, and that was one of the first spicy beers. Like, they actually, like, I felt the heat, and, like, it was great. And that was right before they sold out.
The
That
fucking
was-
grapefruit Scopin
Yes, sir.
was
One of the
the
best.
fucking best fucking
I had
beer.
One of the
pineapple
best.
Sculpin.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
I had fucking, what was it, Victory at Sea? Was that also Ballast Point?
Victory at Sea
I
was
had
also the
Victory at
ballast
Sea.
point.
I had fucking peppermint Victory at Sea.
Bro,
I had some of the great fucking variants that you do not see anymore.
these guys
at all.
were these guys were casually distributing a 10% ABV Imperial Porter brewed with vanilla beans
Yeah.
in a time where nobody, absolutely nobody, was doing anything of that caliber. Just casually putting 4-packs out there for people to enjoy. And we saw the Constellation thing. We actually like saw a sellout. That was like a sellout because there's like other transactions throughout the industry, but there's no other blatant ones like Goose Island going over to Anheuser-Busch
Boosh.
and then Lagunitas. I'm sorry,
Lagunitas to Heineken.
Heineken.
Yeah.
Yes, and then Ballast Point to
Ballast Point saw
Constellation.
sick ass drop. Ballast Point
Just-
saw sick ass dropped in fucking people going to them.
Here's the thing that
thought they
happened
could
with
away
them.
with the fucking drop in quality and relying on just solely the name.
Legit. There was a loss in return for Constellation, which is not something that I saw coming. That was beautiful. It was poetic. It was
It blew up in the face,
fucking-
brother.
yeah, dude. They
fucking blew up in the
lost
face.
millions of dollars with that because what they did was they said, hey, we do Mexican beer and all that shit and distribution. We can buy out one of these successful craft brewing companies. And they did, and then left to its own fucking devices, they didn't know how to manage that. And then there was a loss in returns. The community rejected it wholesale. And then they said, oh, fuck, we're losing a lot of money. And then they sold it at a loss to another local craft brewing company, which was like Rebels and fucking Bandits or some bullshit.
Yo, this is
For a
fucking bomb.
great discount.
Super big
hell yeah,
discount,
dude.
dog.
This is so good.
Talk about fucking biding your time, man.
It is, right? I think where Constellation fucked up is on the penny pinching side of it. It wasn't a management issue because clearly they can fucking manage a brewing company. They have Modelo under their belt. They have Corona under their belt. They have Tecate under their belt.
I mean, it's a different market, though.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
But
still
they're
a
still experts in
brewing
their craft
company.
in the sense that they can crank out the same fucking beer day after day.
yeah. So it's not a management issue. It's a fucking shareholder
It's a
issue.
It's a marketing issue.
It's a shareholder issue. It's like
I
we gotta
guess.
fucking give these guys more money we gotta fucking justify this $1 billion transaction we just
Yeah.
fucking made to our shareholders.
Mhm.
We just bought this fucking brewing company for $1 billion. Let's cut some fucking corners. There was
They
a
thought-
clear distinction between Ballast Point independent taste as far as the sculpin.
Yeah.
And then you saw the Constellation transition. It was like completely different beer.
They thought they could get away with just by peddling Sculpin IPA as on its own, dude. People are used to the
They
pineapple
thought the
Sculpin,
brand-
the grapefruit Sculpin, the fucking habanero
They
Sculpin.
thought the brand was gonna carry them through.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
all I needed. We just need the name.
No.
Like, they were sadly mistaken, man.
And then it ended up being like a fucking, like a puppet or like a shadow of what it was.
Yeah.
And the market realized it and reacted to it
People stopped going to the fucking
very
tap rooms
strongly. Yeah.
because they didn't have the same fucking.
It was beautiful to
They didn't
like
have the same
watch
pioneer
that
spirit. Yeah.
happen. Like
Yes,
there was
sir.
like this like justice from like this in the independent craft beer community. There was
You
But
don't
also,
wanna see it-
Constellation Brewing, don't forget, we are still for sale for low price. So
for sure.
You don't want to see a
999
giant fail, man.
million.
You don't want to see a giant fail, but when you see it fail, you're like, okay, I can point out all your
We
mistakes.
bought Ballast Point for $1 billion.
And I'm gonna say this also, if we haven't
It's
said
just
this,
Ballast Point was more than just a beer, man.
So are we. We
was-
are more than
Well,
just
it was.
beer.
Sure.
It
It
was.
was the
Exactly.
location, brother.
okay,
By the ocean.
beyond that,
You could literally show up on your boat, dock, walk on the dock, and just order some fucking good food and good brew and chill there for the afternoon.
It's right there on the fucking Long Beach Marina, dog. What else
Yeah,
do you want?
dude, beyond that, it was like arguably the pinnacle of that specific craft beer market. At a certain point in time, through craft beer history, that was the pinnacle. And then it became like this.
At the fucking height of it.
It became this oak tree.
At the height of it.
I feel like even to the point where people were like,
became Ayn Rand's
Ayn
oak tree,
Rand.
dude.
Came short of being a household name, Ballast Point.
yeah, no, I
Honestly.
remember like my niece's first words were balance.
Ballast Point.
Balance. I feel like to the point where they even like
She wanted to play Connect 4 on a giant fucking, like, gaming field, you know? Yeah.
That was terrible.
Yes.
I'm
She would have beat your ass at Connect 4.
just saying that like I think just with their style of how they presented themselves and they brought themselves, you know, like that whole like underwater vibe with really cool artwork on the cans and
The artwork
boxes.
is fucking phenomenal.
They're so cool. Like that's something you put on a fucking shirt and wear it proudly, you know?
Fuck yeah.
Unironically,
Legit.
like sometimes
Legit.
you wear like a Corona shirt, ironically, like, oh, I like Corona. But like a Ballast Point hat or a shirt, you'd be like, nah, this is cool.
That or you're a Fast and Furious fan.
Correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wear a Fast and Furious shirt. No Vin Diesel on it though.
You
Just
can
the car.
have whatever you want as long as it's a Corona.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think they did a great job as just developing a really cool brand with a good brew behind it to back it up and a great location, and just that switch really.
I guess I'm grateful that you can still find it on the shelves.
Yeah, you go to
could-
Ralph's, dude. You can pick it up.
You could pick it up as a 12 pack or something, even. But it's always gonna go down as like this a shadow of a company that it once was, a shadow of a beer that it once was for sure. Fuck. I mean, I feel like we're already like really heavy into this first topic, and this is being sparked. I don't know if I mentioned it already. I handed you a can. It really is painful to scan this and not see that, because this was the pinnacle of the idea of independently owned craft brewing company. And
We are also part of the Brewers Association here.
We are, absolutely. We're members.
I think.
Yeah.
I think you guys should. It's sad, but at the same time, you got to be grateful, only because like you got something like this, and that can be found on every shelf. That this is everyone's.
Sure.
That this is everyone's introduction, and this is going to be everyone's first step to something like this.
Sure.
You know what? And that's going to just grow the community even more and more and more, and introduce people. You know,
Stepping stone.
It is.
it's a stepping stone,
It's
Yes,
great,
but it's bad.
but everyone here is dying because this is everything now.
Showing out. Yeah.
Sure.
I see.
With that in mind, I would like to open up to the second beer of the lineup.
Let's do
Let's see what else Stone, with a little bit of assholes in the fucking boardroom who won't shut the fuck up, and they don't know what the fuck they're
that. Yeah, 'cause
talking
everybody
about.
has to have their fucking 2 cents in it, just like I did right now with this topic.
For sure.
Yeah. go
Yeah.
ahead.
Stupid codependent
and
brewing
we ha-
company.
And we had to fucking push lunch. We had to push lunch, which should be illegal
Yeah, we should have been eating by now.
for
Yeah, at least order
new
lunch.
additions and ideas
Domino's?
for the next beer. Let's get into the second beer of the lineup.
A little more smoke. Oh, right there. And we pick it up.
Pour that motherfucker. It's a little light on the body. Decently heavy on the flavor, if I may add.
Good pour.
Yeah.
All right.
We're in the second beer.
Second beer in the lineup. We're gonna let Orgasmatron handle this one because he did bring this one to the house today, and like he likes referencing, he loves bringing sand to the beach.
Yes, sir. Today we have Stone Peanut Butter Cream Ale. This is part of the one batch dispatch, which means that one of Stone's breweries has made one batch of this and released it to see how
This
people-
motherfucker over here.
to see how people are fucking to see the reception that people have for it. So I don't want to take up too much time. I'm just gonna fucking read off the label. This is from the Escondido location, by the way. Light-bodied but intensely flavorful. The super silky creation is flavored with peanut butter and a touch of vanilla for extra cream factor. Whether you prefer it smooth, chunky, sweet, or if you're a lover of peanut butter, this one's for you. Try pouring it with peanut butter cookies, peanut butter ice cream, peanut butter cups, peanut butter toast, peanut butter. You get the idea. One batch dispatch series. This comes in at a 5.5%. This is a cream ale with peanut butter and vanilla bean.
Fuck yeah, dude. Never even know that they're doing this kind of shit. A lot of times, for sure.
You gotta
these-
know one of the tap rooms. Like even if
You
you go
do?
to like
Yeah.
one closer to you, like Pasadena. Pasadena doesn't brew beer, but they feature one batch dispatch that they make quite a promotion out of this. And I'll see if it fucking becomes popular enough, they make it into a national release or regional release.
Yeah,
Either
dude.
way,
I'll
move out to your Stone fucking tap room. Try their one batch dispatch. You won't be disappointed.
All right.
Salud.
Beers are poured out. Cheers, boys. Let's get some
Cheers.
smelly notes.
Cheers.
Let's smell them. Mmm.
A lot lighter than I expected, right? On
Way
the nose.
lighter.
I will agree.
It's kind of cute. I maybe the camera doesn't see it, but I see it. There's a little bit of foam on your nose. I think it's kind of cute. I kind of want to lick it off.
I think with peanut butter being part of the terminology, you expect a weighty beer. You expect something viscous, something thick, something that's just like
Something like thick as peanut butter, no?
like yeah, fucking meal in a pint.
Got something viscous for you.
But I think it goes beyond that. I
Like
think it's
cum.
more on the flavor profile. And that's
Just
again, completely from bias. I've had this off the tap too.
I'm excited. There's a lot ahead on this. What's with the Stone? So far, there's a lot ahead in both beers, right?
Yep.
I find it surprising at this ABV. Really, at 5.5 ABV, you don't really expect something that holds this amount of hardiness.
Correct.
It's really odd, but you also kind of expect that because you're expecting a savory profile. Anyhow, Stone Peanut Butter Cream Ale, second beer of the lineup. Let's do it, man.
Cheers.
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 Okay. We didn't talk too much about smelling notes because it was so light.
Right?
I think it's probably because none of us maybe might have picked up the peanut flavor or anything notes, and if we did, it was very light. But you do taste it once you
shit.
consume it.
Holy shit.
I'd say about 3 to 4 seconds after you taste the beer, you actually taste it. But yeah, it's a little bit in the background. Yeah, it's definitely like salted, roasted peanut. You know
This reminds me of? It reminds me of when you go to like your county fair or whatever, and you buy roasted peanuts. You buy roasted peanuts in a bag for $5, a bunch of fucking roasted peanuts, and you're walking throughout the whole fair, eating the peanuts and throwing the fucking shells on the floor, cause you don't give a fuck and you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
Why are you calling me out like that?
All
I feel
personal.
attacked,
All
fool.
personal and shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Neta.
right. It's a roasted peanut.
I would go with like a street fair where a farmer's market
Yeah.
and the smell is calling you to this stand, and you go and then you pay whatever the fuck money they are charging
You pay more than
So
$5
that-
for peanuts. You're
so
an
that
idiot.
you can taste the
See that right now.
the alchemy
Yeah.
of like
Correct.
There's no alcohol. It's
toasted
fire and
peanuts.
fucking peanuts.
and sugar and sugar. That's the alchemy.
There's no.
And it's amazing. And it's fucking amazing.
It's delicious.
It's like there's no alchemy. It's just peanuts and fire.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah. And sugar.
We're not gonna get gold out of this, baby.
Bro.
baby.
Bro, close enough, dog. Close enough.
I,
I'm gonna go ahead and rate this fucking beer. I'm just gonna go off the rip, dog. I really am.
Really like that? Straight off? You
Just
haven't even
like
fully
that.
consumed it.
I have fully consumed it.
I mean the whole glass.
I
meant.
fucking sat next to the fucking bonfire that the adjuncts of this were created in. This is, to me, it's a cream ale, 5.5 ABV. It's a 8 for me. 8.5. There's a lot of cream ales that I've enjoyed, and none of them have been so bold as to try to even approach the flavor profile of something this nutty. All of them,
It's a bit nutty.
all of them lean into cream. They lean into 50-50 bar. They lean into peaches and cream. They lean into vanilla. But leave it to Stone. I haven't seen someone lean into the creaminess of peanut butter. For me, 8.5 on this beer.
Fucking A.
Is it? I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've always said this since the beginning of this project when I first showed up. I am the least experienced person at this table. This is my first cream ale. For some reason, as someone new to this, maybe I've had another one. I just don't even remember it. Why do I think a cream ale should be thicker and creamier? That's where I'm kind of at. Like when I thought peanut butter cream ale, I'm thinking of like a cream soda.
Correct.
Nice.
Exactly.
Nice.
You know, like orange creamsicle, root beer, something. You know.
For
And I'm
sure.
thinking that same texture that you could get with the soda. Why can't we get the same thing with the beer?
You can. It's called Mother Earth, and it's called Cali Creamin'.
For sure.
Cali Creamin', yes.
For
Cali
sure,
Creamin'.
dude. Oh, you have had that.
I've had Cali
Oh,
Creamin'.
all of a sudden.
I have cousins who are alcoholics.
All of a sudden, you've had like probably easily one of the best cream ales out available on the market. Legit, you know? Just casually. Yeah.
Well, yeah, no. So that's what I was expecting. A thicker beer, a creamier beer. And the peanut's there. And when I think of the peanut, you know what this peanut's kind of giving me now? A bit of when you get a drumstick. You know what a drumstick is?
Yeah.
What is it?
How can you look at him at that size and ask, "Do you know what a drumstick is?"
Wait. This is a question that gauges how fat a person is.
I know what a drumstick is.
What is a
way more
drumstick?
than you know.
What is a drumstick? Talk to me.
It's a wafer cone
Yeah, you
Like,
fat ass. You
yeah.
do know.
toasted.
Yeah, see, a skinny person would have said,
What-
"Oh yeah, instrument," and then a slightly bigger person would have been like
I thought chicken.
chicken. See, that's where you're at.
Dude, also
That's where
like
you're at. And then the biggest of the big, by heart, would have been the ice cream cone.
Those ice cream cones are fucking delicious.
You know that first bite you eat?
context, you know?
Context, yeah.
Legit context, you know? Just
I wasn't
take
paying
some
attention to
fucking,
what the fuck
are
you was
you-
saying.
I
like,
just said drumstick, bro.
You can also be autistic and not be picking up on context clues. You
What
know
I'm
what I mean? That could also happen. That could also happen.
Is the
That's
peanuts
just rude.
the peanuts in the first bite of ice cream drumstick? You chew it out, a little bit of chocolate in there, a little mocha roasted flavor with the peanuts on there. You
Mocha.
well, anything chocolatey is kind of mocha, you know.
They become synonymous.
They
you
become
know?
synonymous, unfortunately.
Think
Okay.
you Starbucks, you know?
When you get like something, any mocha, you're like, "Oh, can I get a mocha frappuccino?" It's just fucking chocolate syrup.
Yeah, I don't drink
that's
that
pretty
syrupy
much
shit.
that's pretty much what's happened.
That's what it's become.
Everybody's been like mocha equals chocolate.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what chocolate mocha. That's the thing.
Yeah, like a double chocolate mocha sundae. It's like, oh, okay, you want chocolate on chocolate on chocolate.
Pretty much, yeah.
Point is, that's what I'm getting with these peanuts.
Yeah. I could see that. It is luscious. It is like you know, a little bit like creamy and everything, but it's also maintaining a very light profile.
Yeah.
5.5. I think I gave it 8.5 already.
Yeah, you already rated this.
Okay, cool. Like,
Yeah.
let's see what the fuck you guys got.
Orgasmatron, what do you got? If you're gay, stay quiet. Cool.
I will give this.
So, Chipili, what do you got, man?
Look, man. I think it's tasty. I think it's a good kickback beer. I could probably pound a couple of these. What's the ABV on this?
5.5.
5.5. Okay, great. So it's a little bit more than your average fucking Modelo or whatever.
Slightly.
It's about there.
It's about there.
Yeah.
I could drink this over and over again. Just because I was expecting more creaminess, more of a peanut butter. I taste the peanut, but not much of that peanut buttery flavor, the richness. I'm gonna give this like a 7. A 7.
Ozymandias, what do you got on this one? Stone peanut butter cream ale.
I do enjoy cream ales. And like I already mentioned, Mother Earth has set a fucking high standard for cream ales. I did want to get more peanut out of this. This does feel like a powdered peanut butter adjunct.
Oh, like the
More
protein powder peanut butter that you have to mix with water.
Yeah.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
As opposed to like real peanut butter,
Yeah.
which is, I imagine, fucking incredibly hard to do. It could use a little bit more creaminess. I don't like that bitter bite at the end of the fucking beer.
It's like the peanut got burnt, huh?
Seems a little out of place.
It does.
Just
Yeah.
a little bit.
I'll agree with it.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that.
That it kind of makes it feel like it is a roasted peanut instead of a peanut butter, and it was over roasted, so we got this like really sharp, which is the same thing that happens with like coffee beans if you over roast them. Of
course.
the tannins. Is that right?
It becomes a bit bitter.
Was it
becomes
with
a little
y'all?
bit bitter.
Was it with y'all that who used to work at Starbucks here?
Him and him.
Both of you.
Yeah.
It is getting pretty late in the night, isn't it?
Well, we can use some Starbucks for sure.
I know, huh? Just to get
I like that.
a little
Yeah.
pick me up to keep us going through the night.
Or a little pick him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dreams that must be going through his head.
Yeah, for sure. About like
Ooh, with a good one.
Yeah.
that was about like dicks for sure.
Yeah, hey,
Yeah.
I think he came.
I think so.
We're having peanuts, but he just had his now.
I think I also sense a little bit of jealousy behind your voice. You know.
I mean, like, I just bought a new memory foam pad. My bed's absolutely scrumptious right now.
Yeah.
Scrumptious is the word I'm trying to bring into the
Scrumptious.
colloquialism.
Is that fucking word of the day or some shit?
I'm just trying to make it a thing.
Nice. Let's do it.
Scrumptious?
Scrumptious.
Let's
I think it's like no one's used that in a long time. I want to bring it back.
8.5. Scrumptious.
8.
8. Well, am I
Yeah.
being harsh on the 7, or what do you guys think?
No.
Because I get the bitter notes too, and am I wrong that you expected this beer to be on the sweeter side?
I think we have a whole.
You're not.
I think
Not
we have.
right?
No.
Because peanut butter, I don't know. 7, and I think Orgasmatron has done an amazing job at coming here. He brought his whole heart and energy to this table to bring us a delicious beer. I'm never gonna forget that, and I don't want to
Never
offend him in
forget.
any way.
Never
I
forget
never
him.
want to offend him.
Yeah,
Orgasmatron. Hurry up and drink your beer. You're going to be late for school.
it's true. And we're gonna get to the last beer of the podcast.
Yeah, let's move on to the last.
Before-
Let's wrap this up.
Before we get late to school.
Yeah.
Don't be late to school again, Paul.
Paul, who the fuck is Paul?
Walker, fool.
Oh, R.I.P. R.I.P. I take that back, ladies and gentlemen.
The fuck?
I'm sorry.
What kind of fucking question is that?
I forgot about the king of the street.
Don't be late to school again, boy.
I just wish. Yeah, no, this is great beer. I do like Ozymandias said. It's bitter when it doesn't have to be bitter. It's just like it makes it unenjoyable. So that's why I'm giving it a 7.
Damn, you're a dick. I think we're supposed to cut the fucking cameras.
Yeah.
I
Let's do
think we're
that.
supposed
Next
to
beer.
do that, yeah.
We took about an hour break,
That's
but
good.
we feel good, and
Yeah.
we're all here. We're present.
Very respectable.
We all gave our ratings on the last beer. Shoot us with your peanut butter beer rating.
I believe I gave it an 8. I just wanted it to be a little bit full.
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. I just because you said you believe you gave it an 8, but you didn't give a shit before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he gave it an 8.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted it to be a little bit thicker, body wise. I wanted it a little bit. I slather a lot of peanut butter on my peanut butter jelly sandwich. I expected it to be that way.
For real.
It was creamy. It did taste the peanut butter, so it does get the points on that. But there's improvement. Me personally, in my opinion, as far as the weight of the beer goes, there's definitely room for improvement on that.
All right.
And that's why I gave it an 8.
Cool.
Not
That's
terrible, but can definitely use some improvement.
Definitely.
I think for the sake of time, we're gonna pop out the third beer right away.
It's right here, right in front of us. This is the 2018 Stonewood Stout. I think this one
2018.
goes to Ozymandias.
2018. That's like in my brain
Go ahead.
2 years ago.
You do that.
Okay.
6 years ago. It feels
Going
like 2 years
to-
ago.
It
I
does feel like-
understand you.
No. That's the COVID effect, When
Legit.
2020
Yeah.
happened, all of our minds paused.
Did they?
I mean, how long ago was 2018 to you?
Mm-hmm. Like 6 years ago?
Stop lying. Be honest.
Like 6 years ago?
Okay. Liar. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have here the Stonewood Stout. With a woo on the cover. I'll point it right there. You zoom into that later. There's a demon going woo.
It's a gargoyle.
Gargoyle.
Yeah.
How's that intro go? The gargoyle is used to protect humanity until the humans started just.
This one knows.
You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, yeah.
Gargoyles, yeah. Gargoyles.
Gargoyles, right?
That
I thought
was
it
a
was
great
Sesame
series.
Street.
Sesame Street. Alrighty. So this is the Stone Farking Wheaton Wood Stout. Wood spelled with 2 zeros apparently. So front and center this year is the result of the Will's creative No, machinations taking the art.
Machinations.
Oh, English was my second language.
Nice.
Machinations.
Oh, wasn't it?
Hey, wait, let me save my
Oh,
ass by
sorry,
saying
go
it
ahead.
was. You weren't there when I crossed the Rio Grande.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it didn't happen.
It
That's why I
was
wasn't
it
there.
was so grande.
It was
You
so
should have
gross.
seen it.
Yeah.
You mean you never crossed the Los Angeles River on a
You
hot
mean-
day?
You mean when you were ordering at Taco Bell your fucking Rio Grande soft drink?
Yeah, that Baja?
That shit was
Yeah.
grande, dog.
Okay, wait. Pause. Who swam in the LA River? Raise your hand if you swam in the LA River.
Right here, dog.
Maybe like an
here.
offshoot.
An offshoot?
Yeah, like
Bro.
one of the little branches.
I'll tell you this much. I fished in the LA River and I ate the fish from the LA River,
the
dog.
fish with three
For
eyes?
For sure, 100%. The fucking Simpsons,
Yeah.
three-eyed fish. I ate that shit, dog. That shit was pepescas. They were-
Pescas?
Yeah, they were like this fucking long right here.
Uh-huh.
And like we just like grab as much as we could, and then you just deep fry those motherfuckers,
And they were good?
and then you eat them with like yuca and curtido.
What is
Damn,
yuca?
dog.
It's like some Salvadorian fucking shit.
Potato. It's kind of like
call
a
it
potato, but
it's
it's like
green
is
in
it a-
color in a sense.
it's
Is
like
it root?
Mhm.
it's
a
very
root.
it's starchy.
That's a yucca root.
Yucca root. Actually, I think I
Yucca.
know what it is. I think it's actually it's buttery.
It's
starchy.
buttery and
It's
starchy.
buttery.
It's kind of
It's
like
buttery without having to add butter, correct?
100%.
Oh,
if
I know
you cook
exactly
it right,
what
if
it
you
is.
cook
It's
it right,
super delicious.
absolutely
Super
it
good.
is. But yeah, you eat a little bit of deep fried fucking Los Angeles River fish with a bit of yuca and some curtido, bro. You're set, dog. For
You're
sure.
in heaven.
For sure.
Nothing like good old LA River fish. Okay, so
Legit. Fuck.
machinations, is that right the word?
Machinations.
No, machinations?
Yeah.
Okay,
Machinations.
machinations. Taking the art direction duties with world-renowned fantasy artist Joe Chusco, representing our gargoyle triumph over the evils in the world of beer. 6 years into this amazing wood stout, wood stout. I don't know why they want me to go. It wants me to read it as wood stout, right?
It's a wood stout.
Wood. Wood. It's a 0, bro. Wood stout legacy.
There you go. Get some fucking balls on your.
And I continue
Chest.
to be stunned
Get
and
some
humbled
hairy balls
by
on
the
your chest.
response of our fans. Sure. It's an amazingly delicious, specialty Imperial stout, partially inspired by Kentucky Derby pie of Drew's home state. And speaking of Drew, don't know who Drew is. Maybe you guys can enlighten me. We asked him to lean into two of his strengths, drinking wood stouts and chatting up a storm. So this year, he'll MC our wildly nerd nomination celebrations of beer and geekery known as Hop Con / Wood Stouts release party held annually during San Diego's Comic-Con. The nerd lives in us all. Celebrate it. Now is the golden age for us lovers of awesome things. We're vast. Oh no, we're here. We're vast, and we've got great taste.
Get used to it.
Yeah, get used to it. I love it. Like I love the we're here and we're queer. I love that.
Yeah.
We know you do.
Yeah, this beer is an ode to you, fellow nerd. I'm not a fucking nerd. Sure, I was smart, but I wasn't a fucking loser. It says enjoy fresh at cellar temp. This is way colder than cellar temp, so we'll see how that does as it warms up in our hands.
Fuck yeah.
It's also not fresh. It's a 2018.
Oh, this is a 2018?
Yeah.
Oh, fellas, this should have been enjoyed a little while ago, but I'm glad we waited till now.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Let's do the damn thing.
San Diego's Comic-Con. I love that even, 6 years later, we still respect the fact that San Diego Comic-Con is an event in Southern California.
Yeah,
There's
of
LA
course.
Comic-Con, but it ain't as big as San Diego.
Absolutely not, man.
All right, well, let's pop this bitch open.
Let's do it.
Let's pop. I'm going to do it a little lighter. I learned this in college, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Oh, there it is. I hit him in the face. All right. We're going to pour this out, and you're going to see the pour happen. Ready? 3, 2, 1. The beers
Yes,
are
sir.
poured out.
Let's
Let's get a little bit of smelling notes. There's some big head on this, like all other stones that we have today.
That's what she said.
Who is this she, and why does she say all these ridiculous
Don't worry
things?
about it, dog. It's all
Some
good.
hoe,
Está, güey. Está.
some young hoe.
Wood stout, dog. Wood stout.
Wood
It's
stout.
It's in wood stout.
Woo.
Woo, 0
Ah,
0.
this smells amazing. I'm so excited.
Wood 0
It
0.
smells like how what was this again? I know I read it, but I'm retarded.
Hmm?
I'm not.
The ABV?
Yeah,
Oh.
I didn't get that. I missed some of those details because
You missed it?
Yeah, sorry. Anthropos, can you give us some APV?
Ale brewed with pecans, wheat ale, rye ale, 1/4 age bourbon barrels.
That was more informative than the fucking big old paragraph I read.
11.5%
11.5.
ABV.
Let's see if we taste that booze.
11.5.
I can smell it. I can smell it, but it's a very welcoming smell. It's how is it how a stout should smell.
A bit of like prunes, a little bit of stone fruit.
Yes,
it's all
yes.
fermented for sure.
I think I'm like fucked. I think I'm fucked.
What do you mean?
Well,
Well, fucked?
You didn't taste it or what?
I didn't fuck you. He didn't fuck you. He sure didn't fuck you.
I'm just saying,
can.
like, fucking
It's that head.
11.5? 11.5? I don't know.
It's that head that's kind of like muting it.
Yeah,
little
it
bit.
seems like it. It
Yeah.
seems like
'Cause
a muted flavor bomb.
no,
Like, there's
Get-
just a lot going on, but it's,
I get what you're saying. Like you really have to breathe it in to really get that effect.
yeah.
Like I gotta take a big.
swirl it around your glass. Get some
Yeah.
legs in there.
Yeah, get some legs in there. Big beautiful legs. What time do they open? Right.
Let's see what time they open.
Let's see what
Cheers.
time they open. Cheers,
Cheers,
boys.
gentlemen. Cheers.
Salud.
Salud, salud.
So,
Hey.
Thank you again, Orgasmatron.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I will say something. For
Good. Say something. Say something.
for a beer that came
Yeah.
out of a bottle, there's a big metallic taste to it. Am I crazy or am I wrong? Do you taste the the metal taste, or is something wrong with me?
It's fair. That's fair.
I think it's more of like a hop profile that's going on.
You think the bitterness in the hop is coming off as metallic?
Mm-hmm.
I can see that. I can see that.
Like a subdued profile of that hot backbone
Yeah.
is coming across that way.
Which should have, at this point, already leveled out. It's been 6 years.
Yeah, it tells you like how strong the hot profile here is.
Mm-hmm.
But the bubbles feel nice and tiny and crisp on your tongue. It's a very nice sensation as you drink it.
Feels very roasty.
Very roasty.
It doesn't feel like heavy and like, insulting to the palate. Right?
Aftertaste is a bit insulting. I'm not gonna lie.
It's got this like really beautiful like chocolate sweetness just coating the entire beer. It's really present like midway through this beer. But it's there all throughout, from the introduction to the finish. There's like this chocolatey sweetness, roasty, fucking beautiful stoutness on this beer.
Yeah, no, you're right. I feel like the longer I keep my mouth open while I drink this, the better I can enjoy that mid flavor. As soon as I close my mouth and let my tongue kind of like
Yeah,
the
I mean,
aftertaste settle.
that's kind of insulting, but whatever. Like this is a beer for mouth breathers type of thing.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I remember having this variation of this beer when it released. And I remember it being like this, like very heavy, in your face, unapologetic flavor profile.
Yeah.
And that's nothing like what I'm experiencing here. 6 years of it, bottle conditioning, just sitting in a bottle and having all of these flavors mellow out and get to know each other,
Yeah.
intermingle.
Mm-hmm.
Everything comes around like a very rounded off, amazing Imperial stout.
I will note that like the bottle did say enjoy at cellar temperature. I imagine if we don't kill this whole glass right now and let it kind of rise in temperature, we'll be exposed to more notes, more flavor. You know, it's gonna grow a bit more.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I think once it warms up a bit and it aerates more, letting it breathe similar to what you do with wines,
Mm-hmm.
it's starting to develop. Even the second drink on this was far less better than the first.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a factaroonie.
So I think just letting it breathe for a second, letting it fucking really just kind of oxidize a bit because it has been sitting in there for 6 years. You're getting way more of the like unison in the complexity.
I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's still fantastic. We get a drink of
Really?
beer
Yeah.
that's 6 years old. I mean, remember? I don't know if you guys were there. I mean, you guys obviously were there, but you guys remember the episode where I left when we had that 2014 Bourbon County Burble Age Imperial Stout, and I had
Burble Age.
No,
You remember that?
I do remember that.
Yeah, bourbon. Yeah, this one's getting me.
It was like purple bourbon.
Yeah.
I was gonna say a cousin of Grimace. So
So
we're on the same page here.
Yeah, no, this one's getting me good. But you guys remember when I had
You know, Burble.
It was Burble Age.
Fucking Grimace's.
As soon as I found out that beer existed online, I had to leave. I had to leave the studio.
Yeah, you did, and you did,
I left,
and you did,
and
yeah.
that was probably one of the more better Imperial stouts I've ever had in my life.
I think this is gonna follow up as a very close second because the person who brought it also had to just check out, you know. And I want to say like thank you for Orgasmatron just allowing us to enjoy such a wonderful lineup that he brought for us to enjoy. From Escondido Brewing Company.
He's blushing.
Really, just
Yeah, his face is red.
he's a little shy. He's a little shy. And I'm
The
gonna
man, a few words.
he's never had the wood stout right now. He still hasn't. Tomorrow when he wakes up and he says, how was that, guys? He will still not have the wood stout, and that's a shame. I've had it before. I'm having it again. I'm probably having one of the same variants right now that I've had before. And this is a wonderful representation of what a flagship Imperial Stout, given enough time to age, rounds out to. It's a 9 for me.
Yeah, you'll be happy to note that this bottle still has the Independent Brewers Association.
Bro.
Wow, it's funny that you mentioned that 'cause
Bro.
this is something we brought up.
Bro.
How can we show him that?
Bro.
Let's take a picture of this later. We got
Put it on this camera.
it on this camera.
Fuck.
There it is, right there. I don't know if you can
Dude.
focus on that.
Dude.
There it is, right there. We'll post a picture of that later. This is just a point in history that won't ever happen again.
Right.
You won't be able to enjoy a beer of this caliber ever again.
Super cool.
Actually, you will.
I mean, from Stone.
No, yeah, you will.
You think if you tried a 2024?
No. You're going to have another 2016 in a bit. Because we're going to split Orgasmatrons. And,
I mean, you're still working on yours. And
I don't want it to go away. It's so good. I think if, like I said, I always say I'm the least inexperienced person here. For someone who likes dark chocolate.
least inexperienced.
Oh. That's a double negative.
That's shade like a motherfucker.
That's saying that I'm the most
if
experienced.
I ever
You're
heard
right.
it.
That's a Pink Floyd The Wall. You know, teacher, we don't need no educate. Yeah.
They say something.
Wow.
Like, the teachers, we don't need no education.
Something like that. Yeah. Point is, like, the double negative from that song was, we do need education.
Really, though?
That was the point of the song.
That-
We actually do need
We're
education.
stupid. What I'm saying is that as someone who doesn't know craft beer as well as these two gentlemen,
This is like that Michael Scott moment where he's like, don't allow making fun of.
fun of what?
I forget what he says exactly. What is he talking about?
I'm sure it's not.
Nepotism? Making fun of his nephew. Like, don't make fun of.
Oh, it's we don't need no education. Yeah, we don't need no education. Which translates to we do need education.
You actually need education.
Yeah,
That's what it
the
translates
whole song
to,
is
yeah.
"Please educate us,
Yeah.
please, sir.
Teacher.
Leave them kids
Please.
alone.
Can I have some
Not really.
education?"
What I'm saying is, if you're not that experienced in craft beers and stuff like this, if you like dark chocolate, stouts like this are probably up your alley. It's very tasty like that.
If you like dark chocolate, if you also hate Pink Floyd, this is exactly the beer that you should
wait.
completely
I love Pink Floyd.
just take a shit all over the lyrics.
Bro, the first time I ever seen Zion at sunrise was listening to Pink Floyd. It was amazing. It was an experience I can never ever take. Like, I love it.
I bet. I can't even
You
fucking imagine.
driving up Zion,
I can't even
going
fucking
through all the
imagine.
curves, and just Pink Floyd.
Over in
Is that where all the Jews live?
In Yosemite?
No, you missed it. Mormons.
Zion.
Zion's in Utah, brother.
Is that right, brother?
I thought it was in Yosemite. I thought that was a hiking trail.
I thought it was
in Yosemite. That's
thought it was
called
in
like
Israel.
Zion. Yeah.
And
Fellas, we record out of a garage, not out of a national park. They don't know where they're talking about.
I think the point is we don't need no education.
we
right?
don't need no geography.
That's what we need. We need a wasted content camping trip.
I would love that.
Ugh.
I would love
Fuck
that.
No. Okay, look, okay.
Fuck
He hates
you.
it. He hates it. What's his biggest reason for not camping?
Fuck
I don't
you.
want to cosplay as homeless. That's what he says.
I did not say that. I would love to cosplay as homeless.
Just not for real.
Just
Not more than 3
Just
hours.
not together.
Just not
together.
outdoors or
Yeah.
anything.
Not any place that we
He
can
likes to dress up as a homeless person
share
and go back to his house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go back for some
Nowhere
change.
like we could exchange like values. Nowhere.
We
Like
can do
that.
that indoors. What's wrong
Yeah,
with
we
indoors?
can.
What's
We
wrong with
can.
air conditioning?
Nothing.
The
Yeah.
point is that
Absolutely
you're forced to
nothing.
be together in this.
Yeah, I can force you to hang out inside my house. That's fine.
It'd be like a different setting. We might encounter new challenges.
Like
That-
what?
Like
Oh, I gotta fucking grill outdoors and
oh
not
no.
under sanitary conditions. What a challenge!
Honestly, have you been to Yosemite?
I haven't.
No.
I haven't. No.
No, I watched the documentary on it though, and I
It's
hear
not the
bears
same.
steal your food.
It's not the same.
They do.
Yeah,
They do. Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, it's not the same.
well, it's not the same.
To be able to watch nature on your TV screen, no matter how big or how great the resolution is, to
Bad.
being there in person,
This is so bad.
it's breathtaking.
I bet.
Yeah, so was the bears stealing food
We're
out of
gonna
picnic baskets.
we're gonna insert footage of being at Yosemite right now over all of the rest of the audio that's being recorded right now.
Ugh.
Just
and
look at
it's
it.
gonna be-
Look at it.
yeah,
You see
it's
those beautiful
amazing.
mountains. It's like
Are
you had a MacBook in 2014.
Are you fucking serious?
El Capitan
So-
right
This
there.
is amazing.
I'm not
Yeah.
opposed to hiking or doing any of the outdoorsy stuff.
It's not like you do it though.
I just
That's
that's because I don't have time right now. But I used to
it.
go hiking a lot.
Were you a Runyon?
What's a Runyon?
Runyon Canyon.
Oh, sure. Why not?
That's a good trail. I'm just saying. I'm wondering. If
I don't know. I never learned the names of these trails. I just went.
He followed his heart. I like that.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'm not gonna go sleep on the ground when my bed is so
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
comfortable.
He's right here. Look at like you're talking about this guy right now
What the he's
sleeping.
on the ground?
He might as well be. Look at
No,
him.
he's on a chair. The chair's
He's
all
all
right.
right. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's all right. Yeah.
We tried to get him inside, just to be fair.
We did.
We
yeah.
look like assholes right now for letting him fall asleep.
I don't want to
again.
be you
Fans,
know?
we tried our
But-
best to
Hey,
get him
dude.
inside.
We
Legit.
try to get him indoors under the air conditioning, like a fucking civilized human being. But he refused because obviously he's not.
A little more for daddy. Thank you.
So my only problem with camping is there's thousands of years of evolution to get the fuck out of the forest, and we're gonna go
Cheers.
back for fucking
To camping.
leisure.
I think you have the wrong perspective of camping, though. It's more about the deep appreciation of what's there. Sure, you sacrifice
Spiders,
No.
ants,
You sacrifice.
shit that's gonna fucking bite you in the middle of the night
You
or
sa-
eat you.
Literal shit.
You sacrifice your modern comforts
Why?
for what was there before we were there.
Sure, Mr. Inflatable Mattress inside a fucking plastic tent.
Yes.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Mr. Propane Grill
Okay.
and hot dogs for fucking lunch.
Okay. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, because you enjoyed them. You enjoyed them. You enjoyed that. I remember you enjoyed it. And
Hot dogs are delicious. I'm not giving those up.
Okay. Look, when you camp like a Mexican, you camp in semi luxury. Everyone has an inflatable mattress. Everyone has good fucking food. No canned food with a Mexican camping session.
Yeah.
We take raw fucking meat.
Yeah.
We take everything. Every breakfast is a bomb ass breakfast.
God, we love giving up the commodities of life.
Wait, what I'm just saying is that you give up a fucking roof, like a wooden...
Sanitary cooking conditions. Yes, you're right. I'm sorry.
Whatever. We had an avocado toast when we got a Mammoth the last time that you missed it.
That's the gayest shit I've ever heard.
What, dude? We had avocado
I had
toast.
avocado toast at
avocado
Mammoth.
I have avocado toast
Mammoth
at Mammoth. You don't
Lakes.
understand our connection to nature.
God.
Do you even know the oxygen molecules
Brother,
on my avocado toast of Mammoth?
like
There's Mammoth DNA. There's Mammoth.
Yeah.
I'm
If I
eating
could-
Mammoth DNA avocado toast.
if I could pay, if I had the money to pay to take this fucker out,
It's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. The place
but,
is
like,
absolutely gorgeous
you're not good. But the thing is, like,
from a distance.
I feel like you're not... What are you doing?
Absolutely nothing. Yeah.
Like, you're
Oh,
not...
wait, right here.
You're jerking yourself off at home.
Pretty much.
What I'm
dog.
saying is,
But I
like,
gotta cover the front camera because fucking Google's spying on me all the time.
Google spy. What I'm saying is that, like, you are not giving yourself the opportunity to experience what we're experiencing in person. You from where you live are not going to drive to Yosemite for one day.
Why not?
Well, you haven't done it yet.
I haven't had the need to.
Are you kidding me?
No, I haven't had the need to.
You don't have that need to say, I want to see what, like, nature has to offer.
Yeah, I can go up the hill here and go to a fucking mountain that offers the same shit.
No,
Same
it doesn't,
shit.
though. It doesn't. I tell you, like, when you could look at a tree up on a mountain
Done that.
and you think it's this big, and then you realize, holy shit, that tree that looks like this big, that far away from me, is actually 30, 40...
It's like a whole fucking pine tree.
I've done that.
It's
It's a
like,
whole
no, you can't get to the
fucking
Los
pine
Angeles
tree, dog.
mountains, man. You
I've
can't.
gone to Big Sur. I've gone to the redwoods in fucking San Francisco. I've seen big trees. Whoop the fucking do.
I see big trees.
Whoop the fucking do. I've seen 300-year-old redwoods. Whoop the fucking do.
Are you a fan of Walt Whitman or no?
Yeah, Leaves of Grass is fucking amazing from a distance, though.
From a distance,
Yeah, because grass is fucking itchy as shit, bro.
I love this man. I love him with all my fucking heart. Never fucking change. Never fucking change.
Grass is beautiful from here.
No.
If you get up close,
Otherwise-
you know what?
otherwise
If you
it's
get up
itchy.
close,
Yeah.
everything deteriorates.
I'm
to
not gonna lie.
fucking garbage.
This man just bought a house, and it took 2 years for his lawn to look perfectly green. I walked up today. It looks amazing. I'm so proud
Doesn't
of
it?
it. Looks great. What'd you do?
Just fucking yelled at it.
Amazing. I love it. It was great. Good job.
Thanks.
I know you just cut it, but God, like, yeah, good golly, bro. It looks great.
Honestly, like I just wouldn't feel comfortable without the input of Orgasmatron.
What do you have
You
to say?
know, like,
Tell us what
I'm
you
just-
think about Yosemite.
really, I think that
We'll give him an opportunity to speak.
yeah. Go ahead. You know,
What do you think about the great outdoors?
away. We're talking about the great outdoors, and we're thinking about like, yeah, dude, 100%.
That's what He's on my side.
Yeah, he is.
Yawn.
Pretty much. I think we're like good to like close the episode here. That was
Yeah.
like Wood Style.
You know what's great? Wait.
Yeah.
One thing.
Yeah. Sorry.
I had a dream
Start
about-
arguing about fucking going camping.
Since I want this guy in every part of my fucking life.
I want this guy in every part of my life right now. Actually, I want this motherfucker.
I want him to cosplay as homeless right next to me, just so I could fucking drink a beer in the middle of the night when I'm up. Cause whenever I go camping,
Yeah.
a bunch of alcohol, but I still wake up early. I have a bunch of alcohol. We're drinking throughout the whole night, telling stories, shooting the shit. And when I'm with family, and this man's not there,
Yeah.
I miss his presence. I miss his presence greatly.
100% for sure.
Without a
Yeah.
doubt. There's like the last family camping trip was Mammoth. We were all there, and I was like, holy shit! If only this guy was fucking here.
No shit.
Yeah. So that's why I always push this on him.
I mean, same. Like, I feel the same way about like having this guy here, and then, you know, like I'm like trying to ask him for opinions on everything, and then he just like all he does is go, and it's just the same feeling. It's the exact same feeling. Like I miss him, and I wish that I could have him here with us. You know.
My eyes are gonna fucking hurt, bro. That was so fucking good. This has been such a great episode.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for such Billy for joining us,
Always, I'll be here next time too.
dude. Thank you for Orgasmatron.
Thanks for the
joining us.
beer, dude.
Thank
Yeah, dude.
And I feel
What-
like-
like I think
Any last
Fucking-
words
Any
for the
last words?
episode?
Let's give him a good 10 seconds for last words.
Like we're here. Last words on the episode.
Ready?
Right here. It's gonna go like 3, 2, 1. Last words on the episode, dog. It's gonna be like
I'm gay. My name is Orgasmatron. I like dick.
You didn't even defend it, dog. So I'm a little curious.
You know what's funny is that when before we fucking sat down here, he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, let's do it. 2
Yeah.
minutes after he sat down.
He's waiting for you to stick your hand up his ass so you can control him like a Muppet.
That's what's happening
Yeah.
right now? Okay.
Bro.
Hey,
And
dude.
he goes,
um,
I'm gay. My name is Orgasmatron.
Bro, it's crazy.
And then laugh like this.
Like 2 weeks ago when I was at that golf bar, I got so drunk I knocked out my friend's couch. I feel like I've had the same amount of alcohol as this man.
yeah, no. Yeah, no.
I
Yeah,
must-
no.
I must
Way
have had-
more.
I must have
For
had
sure,
more.
way more.
It's good to know that I handled more than that night. No.
For
That
sure.
night I did more than this, and we've had
Yeah.
some really good heavy beers, high alcohol percentages.
Yeah.
Great. I can't wait to drink tomorrow.
I can't wait to drink tomorrow.
Let's call it.
Let's call
For
it.
sure.
What do you think, Orgasmatron? Should we call it?
This has been wasted content. I am Anthropos.
I am Ozymandias.
I'm Xochipilli.
And
I'm gay. I like penis.
I like cock in my mouth.
I'm hungry.
Why did he turn into Borat? I like cock in my mouth.
I want a burger in my mouth. Who can drive? Because I want a fucking burger. If you guys haven't gotten the hint yet, I want a burger.
All right.
All right.
Peace.
Same here. Peace.
Peace.